to another episode of the Better You podcast. My name is Daniel Banjo, and it is lovely to have you here. I want to appreciate everyone that has been commenting, liking, subscribing, and please don't forget, if you have not subscribed yet, kindly do so. Our new goal is 200 subscribers before the end of March. Yeah, before the end of this month, we want 200 subscribers. So thank you very much. And that's it. Happy new month to everybody. It is lovely to have you in the month of March. I pray that every good thing of March will be our portion in Jesus' name. So now we'll be going quickly into the podcast for today. Now I'll be touching on day 23. And it says, sometimes all it takes is tolerance. One key factor to living peaceably with everyone is to tolerate everyone you cannot relate with. We are billions of people living on earth with different backgrounds and different upbringings, and even you tolerating someone are not perfect. Someone else is tolerating you. Okay, as a Christian, one of the fruits of the Spirit is temperance, long suffering. You must be able to meekness. I mean, there's just a love. In fact, love. Love is patient. Love is tolerative. Love is encompassing. Love covers all the other 8 fruits of the Spirit. Do you know that? Love is like, from love, you cannot bring out all of these other fruits of the Spirit. And one of the major things that is very important in life today is to have tolerance. What is tolerance? Tolerance basically means you are able to accept someone the way they are. One mistake people make is that we try to want to change people, make them better than they are. What's this word? How do they call it when they're talking about this marriage stuff? You want to marry somebody and then you want the person to change. Yes, you're trying to make the person see an environment that he has been strange to. You're trying to make somebody new. You're trying to create a new person from an old person. The only person that can do that thing is God and that person. Shocking, surprising. You have no right whatsoever. No right whatsoever. I repeat it, no right whatsoever in changing a person's life. You except to do it like unintentionally, and you actually do it from trauma. You traumatize someone to make them change. But you don't have any right whatsoever to want to try and change someone. So the only thing you can do as a person is to accept the person for who they are. Probably one of the one or two things you do as a person, they now decide to change. You cannot decide for a person that you must change. No, it never happens. So that's what I mean when I say you have no right whatsoever to change a person. So you have to be tolerative with the next person. And the reason is, you are not perfect. You are trying to I'm just tolerating you. Somebody else is tolerating you as well. Because, there are 1,000,001 things that you are doing that someone else does not like. Yeah, very true. There are 1,001 things that you are doing that someone sees and be like, what's the reason wrong with this guy? I've heard a lot of people come up to me and say, did you offend this person? I'm like, I don't even know them. And they're like, they said they don't like you. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot of times. So you just need to be accommodative. We need to learn how to tolerate our fellow human beings. Because first of all, God himself, God accepted us, accepted our flaws, accepted our shenanigans, accepted everything that came with us being humans. He accepted it. Now, secondly, you will not later learn that no matter how hard you try to be perfect, you are only still trying. You are not perfect yet, right? So that said, someone else is also tolerating you, and that person too is not perfect. So it's a circle of not imperfections that goes round and round and round. So stop trying to, make people feel like they are too shallow-minded for you. They are too dirty for you. They are too lazy for you. They are too lackadaisical for you. They are too, and you are listing all of those things, making the person feel bad. But then they're like another 20 things that somebody will list about you, and you'll be like, jaw-dropping things. So yeah, that's it. Just learn to tolerate one another. Live peaceably. That's the one and not only goal, to live peaceably with people in the world today. You enter a bus. This happens to me a whole lot because we're in Nigeria. You enter a public transport, and then Somebody is squeezing you. Probably you're towards the window and they are squeezing you, squeezing you, squeezing you. They never said move, oh, and you're already at the limits for any normal seat. And they are squeezing you, squeezing you, squeezing you. Probably in the middle of all of this, they step on you. Bro, honestly, it can be very, very hard. I'm not even going to lie. There are plenty times in which I've almost fled up. I'm like, if you touch me again, bro, it can be really, 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 really hard. Imagine all the old sweaty feeling, your sweat touching someone else's sweat, and the person not even caring about his body odor and all of that. And you're like, get away from me. But no, be accommodative. Because trust me, there are some things that you've done to someone else, and the person also gets like, where did they get this guy from? So you must learn to accommodate, not necessarily accept their mindset and ideology. You don't have to accept it, but what you can do is just to tolerate it, because you know what you want for yourself and they know what they want for themselves. So just tolerate what they are doing. I'll stop there for this one. Let's move quickly to the next episode for today. And it says, if you keep running back to people you need to walk away from, you will never create enough space for better people to arrive. The implication is, when you eventually create space for better people, you are broken with fragments of those you should have let go a long time ago. Now this is really, 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 really what's the word? Fragile. So I'm going to take it with all sense of fragility. Yeah, it's a word. Can't check it. Yeah. So as people, we tend to hold on to others a lot, even when there are red flags that are telling you to let this person go. I'm going to share a very, very personal experience with you. Okay, so there's this person I've met since my 100 level days in the university, and virtually everybody has seen the red flag in the person, and I've been telling me, guy, this person this person that, this person this, but like, for over 5 years I held on to. I was tolerating. I was tolerating, right? But then we need to know the line, we need to know the limits. So this is creating the balance with the first one. You need to know the limit of when to let them go. So I tolerated for so long, and eventually when they would let me go, it hurt me more than usual. And I thank God I was not broken, right? I thank God that I was, still able to accommodate new people, new friends, got better, being a better version of myself. But then, how many people has this happened to that? You take too long to let somebody go. You see the red flags. I'm not talking about relationship at all. No. This is not even relationship matter at all. It's not a relationship talk. Friendship, proper friendship, right? You meet somebody, you connect with them, they are your friends. You guys do things together, you gist, you talk, you rapport, and all of that. And then it comes to a particular level where your visions and goals don't align anymore. Bro, please let them go. Sis, let them go. Let them go. Because if you are trying to hold on to that friendship for too long, what happens to you is that when they break you into smaller pieces, you'll be too shattered to trust somebody else to be your friend. That's why there are like a lot of what do we call them now? A lot of these people that like to be inside alone, these people that don't like to, introverts. A lot of introverts saying they have just one friend or they have just two friends. Because over time, what happens to some of those introverts is that eventually when they open up, because they don't open up, or they don't usually open up, but when they open up and you let them down, they feel like that is how it's going to be for every other person that they open up to. So you just close up and stay in their shell. So I mean, it happens a lot of times. So we need to be very, very careful. Now you need to watch red flags and you need to act on them. Don't just see the red flags and then ignore that, okay, fine, it's going to get better. No, or she's going to get better. Take actions to protect yourself. So when you protect yourself, when it eventually happens, it won't hurt you as much as it ought to have hurt you if you were not protected, right? So I'm just going to stop there because it's very, very sensitive. So I don't want to, say anything that will trigger somebody somewhere and all of that. So yeah, just protect yourself so much that when anything happens like that, you can easily move on to get better friends than what they have you on and all of that. So yeah, I'm moving on quickly to the final one for today. And it says 10 ants can lift a piece of cake real easy. I like this real easy. One ant can lift that same piece of cake, but will probably get caught sneaking it out of the kitchen. Teamwork doesn't necessarily mean you can't do it alone. It just makes sure you don't lag on any responsibility. This slaps, right? I've talked about teamwork before, and I'm going to talk about it again. I'm going to continue to talk about teamwork because it is very important. As a team, right? There are a lot of individuals in a team. Sometimes it could be 5, sometimes it could be just 2, sometimes it could be 10. I'm elated to talk about the Avengers. If you really watch the Avengers, you will notice something about Tony Stark. That's Iron Man. And for all of you that don't watch Avengers, I'm so sorry. I'm getting in the mood to talk about Avengers right now. One thing about the Iron Man, Tony Stark, is that he's not a team player. He was not a team player, rather. In fact, till the end, it took him a lot to be a team player. He accesses everything by himself. First of all, when anybody brings any mission to him that's okay, we want to assemble the Avengers, we want to work together on this particular project, we want to go and avenge these people, we want to go and fight in so countries. They don't call him for a conference meeting. They send the details of the briefing to him personally because they already know him. They already know that Tony Stark will not come. So he takes it, he accesses the information first. He finds every possible angle at which they can attack it, and then now takes it to the team and presents the solution. Many times than not, the team has not found a solution to it yet until it comes. Now, this is one thing about teamwork. There are individual capacities, individual abilities, and sometimes one person can do what the whole team is supposed to do together. One person can do it alone, like even in a short period of time. But this is the thing. Does it mean he should do it alone? No, there's a team for a reason. The team was brought together for a particular purpose. It could be to just understand how to work together, right? So you need to sometimes set your individual abilities aside. If you are not willing to set it aside, everything you do as an individual, do it in that group, in that place where everybody is. Do it so that everybody feels a little bit involved. Like they feel a little bit okay, at least we can see what he's doing. Do you know, I've had to work on projects with a couple of people many times where I'm the only one that does everything, but nobody will know because I will do everything and tell you that guys, this is everything that I'm doing right now. This, and answer. Anybody accepts it. But if you are someone that you feel left out most of the time and all of that, what we always do with people like that in the team is that we make them spearhead the project. Now this gives them a sense of, I'm being reported. They are reporting things to me. He doesn't know jack shit. He or she might not even know a thing. But like he just always feels left out of projects, and probably they grasp things a little bit slow. You make people like that, they make them spearhead the team. You make them feel in it. You make them feel involved. You make them feel like they are the owners of this project. So they will not know. They might not even know jack shit about this thing, but they'll feel like, yeah, this thing has been trusted in their own hand. At least they'll handle it with care. So that's how we treat teamwork. Sometimes you need to set aside your individual abilities. You need to set aside what you know, and you need to just come together and find a way. I don't know how you want to do it. Just find a way to work together. The best way to work together as a team is to pick out one thing that you don't know how to do in each team and then swap. That is the best way to work together as a team. If you are put in charge of graphics design and you don't know how to design even if they say you should draw a circle, your circle will not be circle, or your square will not be square. Just lay down on the thing that I cannot do this. Let someone else come with something you can now do, and then say, yeah, this I can actually do this. Sometimes they put you in a team not because of the role they put you to do, but because of the things they want you to discover that you can do. So yeah, that's how you work as a team. You always lay everything on the table and then pick the one that you can do and do it and drop it back. That is teamwork. That's simple. If all you did in a project was to buy biro for everybody in that team, bro, you are still part of the team. If all you did in a project was to be the one to present everything that everybody has done, you're still in that thing. Another example before I quickly round up. Okay, we went for an event opening in Microsoft some years back. I can't remember how long. So Microsoft ADC, and they grouped a couple of strangers. We're all from different schools, everybody sharp brain now. Everybody wanted to show what they can do. And then they grouped us into projects that we should, come up with an idea on how to solve was it sewage waste or something, how to come up with waste management solutions and all of that. And they put me in that team. I didn't know much about it then. So I was like, everybody was dropping bars, dropping ideas, dropping this, dropping that, and I was just there looking like, oh, then they turned to me and asked what do I do. I said I can talk. I remember this day like yesterday. I told them I can talk. So when you guys come up with all of this, I'll present it and they'll buy it. And eventually when everybody did their bit and all of that, and they said, okay, come and talk. And you will believe that our idea was not the best. In fact, it was not even like 70% okay. But like every other person that had a good idea didn't have a good presenter. And us that didn't have the best idea, they had me. I would say something that you will not listen to it. No, I don't think so. So then I picked up this thing, I made it my own. I didn't even read much about it. I just like put it on the slides, and as I was switching slides and reading through, I was understanding what I was reading and I was talking about it. And then eventually everybody clapped for me and all of that. I think we won the project, and I don't remember what the score was, but I think like we came out on top because of what delivery. I was able to deliver it. That was the only thing I did in that project. That was the only thing, but we did it as a team. That is teamwork. Very simple. Pick the one you can do and do, regardless of what is assigned to you. So yeah, that is all for today. Thank you for tuning in, for watching the Better You podcast. I'm grateful. Until we meet next Sunday, I remain Daniel Banjo, and this is the Better You podcast. Thank you and cheers.